Hi, hello, and head nod, and welcome to your Wednesday night edition of the Prosperous News. I'm your host, Jack Arnold, but let's get right into the news. Breaking news, we have word that Victor has been trying to defy the laws of nature. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. Victor Frankenstein is trying to defy the laws of nature and create new life. We have an inside source from one of Victor's close friends with multiple handwritten notes that Victor has indeed succeeded in his quest. Not only has he created new life, but he has also rejected this new life and left it to die. It's a heart-throbbing story, a mere child being abandoned at the curb just because of how he looked. And now to Peter, live on the scenes with an eyewitness account of this horrendous act. Take it away, Peter.
Thank you, Jack. I'm here with a man by the name of Giancarlo Donahue. He's an eyewitness of the horrible deed that a man by the name of Victor Frankenstein has done. Hello, Giancarlo. How are you today?
Hello, good sir. I was doing quite fantastically until about 10 minutes ago.
Now, Mr. Donahue, tell me, what did you see on the scene?
I was just minding my own business, and all of a sudden I see this really creepy guy running out of the shed, looking like he had just seen Howard Baskin's mutilated body.
Mr. Donahue, can you describe what this mutilated body looked like?
So when I entered the shed, I instead saw an 8-foot-tall, pale yellow, and hideous body, and it started mumbling about where its master went.
Let me get this straight. You're trying to tell me that there's an 8-foot being stuffed in a shed, wondering where its master is? So this thing's basically a slave.
Actually, not really. I began talking to him, and he told me that the creepy guy who was running away had actually just created him, but then left him because he was so ugly. He's not really even a slave, because even a slave master cares about his slave.
Wow. Did the monster seem startled, or was he dangerous in any way?
Not really. He was a cool guy, and he just wanted his master back, because he just wanted a friend. He was definitely startled, but he didn't want to hurt anyone.
Now, why would someone create a being and then ditch it right after it's created? That's just inhumane.
Mr. Zepanevsky, I completely agree. This man deserves to be persecuted to the fullest extent of the law, as this is such an evil thing to do, but he absolutely deserves no awards for what he has done.
Did you ever end up seeing the man who ran out of the shed? Did he ever come back for this poor innocent 8-foot being stuffed in a shed?
He actually never came back, which really triggered me, and he just tried to get away from the scene and act like nothing had happened, which is so cruel.
Wow. Wow is all that I have to say. This is an extraordinarily bad sequence of events. Thank you, Mr. Donahue, for your time, and I salute you for this valuable information that you have brought to us on this horrible day. Now, I send it back to Jack Arnold in the studio. Arnold?
Thank you, Peter. In other news, don't forget to register for your votes for the upcoming election. On the 30th of May, the vote for Best Male Character of the Year award commences. With 3 candidates, the voters will have to make a choice. The striking Prospero, the weakest bodybuilder Victor, and the alphabet Ramsey. We here at the Prosperous News would like to help our voters be as prepared as possible. On that note, we go to Joe, interviewing a local citizen for his opinions on the candidates. Take it away, Joe.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold. I'm here with Mr. Scott Passwords. I'm going to be asking him a few questions. So, Scott, my first question is, what do you think about Prospero as a human being?
Well, it's hard to best describe the words to describe Prospero, so let's just go with remarkable.
Okay. So, when did you first meet Prospero?
Well, I was on my way home from work, and, I was crossing the street, and I saw him helping a group of ducklings cross the road. It was beautiful. He risked his life to save those ducklings, and so I first met him there, and tears were brought to my eyes.
So, if you were to pick one of the 3 main characters to win the Best Male Actor award, who would it be?
Obviously, Prospero. He is not only a gentleman, but he's a true knight, let's just say. If anything, I wish Prospero could foster my kids.
So, is compassion the key character to who is the better character?
For me, at least. When it comes to compassion, that's whoever has the most compassion I vote for. Victor, what did he do? Created a monster, left it in a shed to die. Mr. Ramsey hates his kids. His kids hate him, and I mean, let's be honest, I would too. And then we have Prospero, compassionate. You know, does everything he possibly can for others, like he does for his daughter. So yes, compassion.
Yeah, I hear you. Do you think that other people besides yourself would vote for Prospero?
Well, if a person has any sense of a moral compass, they will. Let's just say that. I mean, Prospero is the only candidate in the race that's like, you know, actually a decent human being.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Scott Passwitz. Back to you, Jack.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you, Scott. It's great to hear an input from random citizens. The voters truly appreciate your thoughts. Don't forget to vote. Your vote matters both for our grade and your grade. I hope to see all of you at the polls. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. We hope to welcome you all back next week at the Prosperous News. Before I sign off, we at the studio would like to thank our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends, the most ambitious RPG of 2020. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. Jack Arnold signing off.